Yeah, it's going to be hard asking you guys this because there's no ladies in the car. None of our wives are in the car, nothing like this. But apparently,
Really?
I've found out at my house, asking, are you getting your period? Is offensive. So...
well, hold on. In what context? And when did this question come up?
You know what? I agree with what Greg's saying.
Yeah,
it
all
depends on the context.
Because you could be like, oh, babe, are you...
No, not that context.
Yeah.
Throw that one.
I already see where this is heading.
Oh,
Okay.
you must be on your period.
Right.
Yeah, that's not good.
My wife had a little snap. She snapped at me for a little bit about something, and I don't remember what it was. It was a couple weeks ago. And I was like, you must be getting your period. And she was like... And then my daughter, she's like, that's not even nice, Dad. You don't even understand. Like, I'm getting it from both of them now. I'm like, how is that not offensive? And
They're
I
on the
wasn't
same
even,
cycle.
Yeah, dude.
and I wasn't even trying to be like an ass about it. I was basically just saying like, oh, you must be getting nasty with me because you're getting your period. And apparently that's offensive to women.
Yes, and the way you just explained it, it doesn't sound good. Dude.
Well, and what's funny is, I do the trivia nights. Well, one of the trivia nights I do is at like a troop. It's like a real bar. It's not a
Right.
restaurant. So I'm telling people on the mic, I'm like, yeah, and I just found out. I was like, I guess you can't tell your wife that, oh, you're getting your period when she's starting to get upset. And like the whole bar went completely silent. I was like, whoa. Like on the microphone, I was like, whoa.
Pin drop.
That one didn't land well with anybody. And then one of the guys comes up to me and he goes, yeah, I probably wouldn't have said that on the mic. I'm like, okay, all right, time out. So here we go. So 2 different instances. One with my own wife asking her, are you getting your period, was like a big thing.
Right.
Then I make a joke in a bar.
Right.
Straight up bar.
Right.
And one of the guys comes up to me and says, yeah, I probably wouldn't have said that. So why is that so offensive, though? Like, we know what happens. We know women change their attitudes. We know women get mad. And apparently now I'm this big, offensive period monster.
Yeah.
Like the tampon monster. You know what I mean? Like,
That's
Well,
your
I
Halloween
think
costume.
a lot of it, though, you got to understand, dude. So their hormones are all out of whack, right? So then when you drop the, oh, you must be on your period, it's almost like they can't upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason they're upset about something is not validated because they're upset with it. It's because you must be on your period,
Right.
Or that wouldn't have pissed you off, you know.
It's still learning, Kev.
So-
He's still
but
learning.
okay, I get that, but it's
Right.
not offensive. I don't see why it's offensive.
No, but it'll just
Kevin
piss him off.
said, right, you just pissed him off because the thing that you did to piss her off probably had nothing to do with the fact that she was on her period, but because of your ignorance of something that made her mad, you used that
Yes.
as the scapegoat
Yes.
for her attitude.
You just
married
missed the fact
a
that-
Hispanic woman, and like that's a man.
You dismiss the fact
Yeah.
that, like, oh, you can't get mad at that, but you did because you're on your period. You know what?
So, yeah.
But you've tried it twice, maybe third time's the charm.
Maybe so.
Change the
No.
context, and then follow it up and say, hey, by the way, how much you weigh now?
Oh boy.
Whoa.
I guess I see where you're going with this. I do like the idea of being the tampon monster, though.
It'd be right up your alley.
And every 30 minutes I go crazy, instead of 30, it's like every...
So I saw this in the news where a 6th grade teacher
Oh, geez, here we go. Here
got
we go.
suspended
Okay.
because she posted a video of her pole dancing on Facebook.
Okay, well, first question I'm going to ask is, was she pole dancing in an adult establishment or was she pole dancing as in a fitness class?
She was a part-time pole dancing, like, fitness instructor.
Okay. Okay. And she got suspended for
Got
that.
suspended.
But it had nothing to do with school.
Nothing to do with school. So the question is, if you found out that one of your kids' teacher was, a part-time pole dance instructor,
Okay.
Right.
would you have an issue with it?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Who are we to judge somebody when the rest of the world has accepted it? Who are they to judge and say that's not acceptable for our school? I don't think it's inappropriate at all. If she's dressed and she's wearing appropriate clothing, I could understand if she's teaching stripper classes on pole dancing.
Right.
That would be a little bit like, But if she's teaching it for fitness, 100% cool with that.
I don't even have a problem with either one, as long as she's not doing it in the school. I mean,
Even if she was a straight-up stripper.
no, and I'll tell you
You
why.
wouldn't care?
That would be different.
Well,
man.
no.
A little-
How much interaction is there with the teacher? not much. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get some feedback on the planner or something like that, parent-teacher conference.
Right.
As long as my son is reading and counting,
Right.
I mean, I don't care if she sells, hot dogs on the street corner after work. I don't care what she does.
Right.
As long as it doesn't interfere with my kids learning.
But if she did it on the side and nobody knew about it, that's one thing. But if she's posting things about it, it makes parents uncomfortable. I guess I can understand that. But
I understand what you're saying, though, Ed. Regardless if you're an instructor or a stripper on the side, as long as you're doing what needs to be done in the classroom.
Right. It's not like she's stripping in the class. It's not like she's showing up in her pom-poms and heels.
Where your kid is actually learning something.
Good fantasy you have.
But I will say this. Your kid would learn how to count money pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Business economics.
Someone would be like, Daddy, I learned how to count a whole bunch of ones today. It was a project. I don't understand. She asked me, can we come over to the corner? And then what she did is she busted out this plastic Publix bag full of dollar bills. And then we just went through 1, 2, and she made me recount it a couple of times, actually.
And then we learned how to do a deposit slip for the bank.
I'd be like, well, son, did you learn?
I learned a lot, Dad.
And I also learned what a champagne room is.
Oh, Lord.
There we go.
See? Leave it to Stiffy to take it left.